What up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the SoleSavy podcast. We are celebrating Air Max Month. We're, a couple weeks out here from the big day, and we wanted to bring on a guest to talk about a collaboration that it feels like to me it was a decade ago because of COVID. But Gabby Serrano, how you doing?
Great, thank you, thank you. And I feel the same way. I feel like it's been forever
Yeah.
since the release.
What year was it? Was it 2018?
So the actual contest and everything was 2018, but it was released 2019.
Hmm.
Thankfully, because we know 2020
A
airbag
lot
stayed
happened.
in. Yeah.
A lot happened that year. Yeah. So 2018 Nike launched their on-air contest, and it saw a bunch of different people from all different parts of the world sketch out a sneaker, design a sneaker. Again, it's been a while, but I would love to hear from your words, like what was the process like from you applying and submitting the design, and then we'll go through the rest of it.
Yeah, I mean, it started, Air Max Day, Nike usually does some type of celebration or something.
Yep.
So I always attend those. And I was just looking what Nike was doing that year for Air Max Day. And this competition came up. My friend Flower, actually, she's like a really big in the sneaker, like girls and stuff.
Mhm.
She had sent it to me too. And she's like, we should, try to join this. I was like, all right, cool. That was like an essay. I think it was like, I don't even remember how many thousands of people did the essay. But then from there, they picked contestants to come to like a workshop, which was
Yep.
really cool. And that's where we actually, it was like 2 hours, I think we got, or 3 hours. It was like a crazy, like short time. Yeah, to like sketch out your shoe, pick out the materials, and then write like a story about
Mhm.
the sneaker.
You had an hour and a half. Basically, you had an hour.
Basically, yeah. And it was like I said, it was so much materials. I feel like I was just overwhelmed, like more excited, like, oh, I didn't know this was like I was taking pictures and doing it. And I was like, all right, I have to actually concentrate on the design and not like be excited that I get to see this. And then they did like a cute little it was like an elevator pitch
Yeah.
at the end, which I was like so nervous. I was like online still writing like my story. I was literally till like the last minute.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you did, I mean, a great, is this final sneaker, and I have obviously I have it here with me from the collection. Is
Yeah.
this final sneaker like fairly close to what you did in that session?
Um, yeah, actually, basically everything except for the bottom sole. I had added the subway map, but the MTA
Oh,
didn't approve that.
I was like, where's the subway map? I don't
Yeah,
see
they
the
didn't
subway
approve
map.
that, and I went like a few different designs. Like I even drew it out so it wouldn't like look like the subway map, and they still didn't.
Right. Okay. So what made you go with the 98? Yeah.
So it's funny because the 98 isn't like even like my top five favorite Air Max. But during the competition, they gave us like all the models. And originally I was going to do like a 97 or 95 because those are like one of my New York and like favorite. But I knew Sean had done the 97 the year before. So I was like, I feel like everyone's going to do 97. So I kind of wanted to do something different. And that was the year of the 98. And with my design concept with the skin tones, it actually ended up working out perfectly.
When did you see your first sample?
So the three contestants out of New York, we were able to go to HQ,
Nice.
and they just gave us like a tour and everything, and it was really cool. And then they did the voting, which I was like, obviously, I won the voting. After the voting one, we went back to HQ, and they gave us a sample, which is actually really funny because all the other contestants from the other like countries, they all their samples looked exactly like what they drew out, and mine did not at all. The mud guard was a completely different color because I guess they said the factory had messed up on the color.
Oh, on yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So I look completely different, and I was like looking around. I'm like, why is everyone else's look exactly like the drawing and not mine? But it was really good because we got to work with Nike designers and kind of work out details. And that was the same thing. Like I used all my time, literally till the last second, working on the edits.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm kind of swiping here on the side, looking through all of them. It's such an amazing project, and I want Nike to do more of this. I
Yeah.
think like especially right now, bring the culture to the forefront and let people design some things. Because this is one of my favorite Nike collections. I think I own 4 out of 6 or 5 out of 6 from the On Air collection. They all came out amazing, and then there's such great stories, and it's rooted in the authenticity of where everyone's from. It's like, how can you beat that? They're always about storytelling, and sometimes it feels like the storytelling might be a stretch.
Yeah.
But the storytelling here is really authentic, and it's super, super cool to see. So you got your first sample. When did you get to try on your first pair? Was that the same time?
Yeah, same time. They had my size of that one. So I got to try it on that day. I was actually walking around campus because they split us up in groups. So it was like 3 of us did it at one time and then 3 at different times. So while they were doing it, I just was like walking around campus wearing the shoe just to like,
Yeah. How did that feel?
I mean, it was crazy. Sean actually ended up kind of releasing the picture before I did because I was walking around campus and he was like playing basketball with Jeremiah, who works for Nike. And he was like, "Oh, sick! I haven't seen them." And he like took a picture and posted it on Instagram. And then everybody's like, "Oh, I just saw them." And I was like, "Oh, cool." Like, I was waiting till I got to edit, but yeah,
He leaked your sneaker.
he basically leaked my sneaker.
So what's your experience like, kind of as a woman in sneakers since this opportunity came about?
Yeah, I've gotten obviously a lot of opportunities since the release of the sneaker, a lot of interviews,
Mm-hmm.
people wanting to collaborate. And as far as in sneakers, I feel like, I think Jordan does a really good job with women's sneakers and collaborating. Nike, they switch the sizes so we can get smaller sizes. I still feel like there's certain things missing, like I'm a big person that likes custom, like the boxes, to like look at the material and stuff like that. And I feel like sometimes when you have smaller sizes, I wear grade school, so we
Yes.
don't always get the best material, and we get like the basic box, which I'm like, I like the cool box. Like
Yeah.
I would like that too.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I feel like they definitely are moving forward.
It's really inspiring for me to think about. Obviously, you designed this collection. The contest happened in 2018. The shoe released in 2019, and we're still talking about it years later. I still think about that collection. How does that make you feel, and how's that changed your life since the release?
Yeah, it feels great because that was kind of the whole reason that I wanted to make the shoe, about New York and the people and not just about me, because I did want to do hints of my family, with the first generation and Statue of Liberty and stuff like that. But
Mm.
I wanted it to be a shoe where if you were in Italy and you walked in and you saw it, you're like, oh, it's a cool shoe without knowing anything like about the shoe at all. And I still get, my friends sending me text and videos. They're like the creepiest people ever because they'll be like behind something taking videos of people wearing my shoe. So, and I get videos of my best friend has sent me a video where some guy, I think it was Italy or France, and she was like, "Oh, my best friend designed that." And he's like, "Oh, great, great shoe." And it was like an older gentleman, and I was like, "That's so cool!" Like it's
Well,
literally from younger to like older age. So I thought it was really cool, and obviously we're still talking about it years
yeah.
later.
Gabby, I appreciate you taking some time to jump on and chat with us. Take us back in time and talk about your story for Air Max Month. Tell us about yourself. Any last words you want to share with the good people listening or watching?
Thank you to you guys, and everyone that's been supportive of the sneaker. I still, like I said, I get DMs, texts all the time, still up till yesterday. And it's great to see people actually wearing it. So that was like my biggest thing. Because everyone said, like, when was that moment that you felt like I have a sneaker? And I honestly, even after like it was released and everything, I didn't really feel it until I saw like a random person like walking in the street wearing it. I was like, ah, sick. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like that's my sneakers.
If you enjoyed that snippet, make sure to check out the full SoleSavy audio podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.